Hey, it's a weekly video, which is one of those videos that I don't unlist the next day of, because I want you guys to be able to know what's going on. We got a weapon supercharger in the Save the World side of things, and I'll show you the rest of that in a second. So we got Red Knight available on the daily side of things. BR shop's looking slick. A lot of repeat stuff, you know, cool things. If you guys like anything you see, feel free to use code Mista at your checkout. I'd appreciate it. I'm actually gonna go back to my full screen thing here to load in a second there. Lots of Marvel items still here. Did I never buy this? Okay, I'm gonna just get this before I forget again, because I want that. And that is it. That was the one Marvel item that I really wanted. So heading back to Save the World, there are just so many things nowadays. Now that I'm looking at all the zones, not just Canny and Twine and whatnot. All right, so Super Melee for the daily, and then the Basilisk is in the weekly shop, and then we have extra Eye of the Storm. So nothing crazy exciting. It's the Basilisk again. The video will be down below, of course, but yeah, it's a good pistol. If you've never tried it before, I seriously recommend leveling it up. It's worth a shot. It's worth multiple shots as you shoot multiple enemies. I need to stop making that joke. Inferno Daily, if you're interested. There you go. And then the weekly supercharger, as stated, is the weapon supercharger. So be sure to do your alerts, not all at the last 3 hours of the week like I did today. That's not typically recommended. You want to do it now or throughout the week, but oh my goodness, the ventures on the daily side of things are just insane as per usual. So right off the bat, we have two legendary survivors in the 124 4-player and the 144 player. 4x reperk, 4x perk up. Very, very good missions. And then I think those two were the main ones that I had of note, other than these two up here. Just the 140 missions are just insane as per usual. Ventures just has loads of rewards. So if you're in those higher end missions, they are worth running. So let's head over to Twine and start from the top here. So the most amount of interesting missions are in Twine, but we do have a few things going on in Canny. We'll check those out in a second. But right off the bat in the 82-4 player, if I can find it, is 4x reperk and reperk. No, it's all perk up. I don't know why I mix them up every time. 4x perk up plus 150 legendary perk up is a hell of a mission for an 82-4 player. So you might want to just run that once and it'd be pretty easy. Easy breezy cover girl. You could just honestly run that mission and then like come back to this video and watch the rest of it. There you go. 4x drops of rain in the category 4. I know a lot of people need drops of rain, so congratulations. We got some on the daily at least. And that could be nice. If you need to keep up with drops of rain in the future, be sure to come back to these videos every day. Legendary, not legendary, purple survivor in the 94 retrieve the data. So if you're trying to fill out your squads, that one's a good one to grab. Copper Zapatron, Jackal, nothing crazy interesting. But in the 116 4 players, things are going to get spicy. In the 108 4 player, however, we do have the 4x reperk. And then, of course, in the 116, we do have another 4x reperk. So if you need a lot of reperk today, they're all over the place. And then the 116 4 player deliver the bomb. 2 legendary, 2 purple, plus 246 epic. That is another good mission. You know, one of those, like, if you're only going to run one mission today kind of things. But don't do that quite yet. We do have a legendary sniper defender, which, if you've seen my defender video, these guys are what you want, the sniper ones. So she is definitely worth grabbing. And then the 4x perk up, deliver the bomb. Not an incredible mission, just giving you extra hero XP, but, you know, if you want something easy to run. Ranger Deadeye is where I want to focus, though, because he is available in the 132 Evacuate the Shelter. He, if you don't know, which you might not, because he's kind of a obscure, forgotten about hero, in my opinion, in my experience, he is the guy for pistols and SMGs. He is essentially a Rescue Trooper Ramirez clone, but he's like the doppelganger. Just how Beetle Jess, this chick, is essentially just Sledgehammer, upping your crit damage. He ups your damage. So Ranger Deadeye is definitely a must-have if you're trying to buff pistols or SMGs. It does not stack. So if you have Ramirez, you can't use him. If you use him, you can't use Ramirez. So if you're trying to use a pistol loadout or an SMG loadout, he is a very good hero to get, and he's legendary for an Evacuate the Shelter. You could have him in your inventory in about 20 minutes time. We do have a Copper Vinditech Blazer available to deliver the bomb in the 132 zone. I need to cover this weapon. It's every day this thing is in the missions, and I just don't have a video on it, and I've heard it's good, so I might get to that, but I never actually did make Acorn's video on the what is it called? The hammer thing. It's not a hammer at all. It's a bat. The Forceful Slugger. This thing. I need to make a Oh, it tells you the 6 perk. I didn't know that it did. I think I did know that it did that. That's nice. I already have one with the crit hits cause an explosion, but there's another one apparently if I want to spend 1,000 V-Bucks. If you want to spend 1,000 V-Bucks, use code Mista. All right, moving on quick. We got a lot more to show. 4x reperk of the 132 player, another 4x drops of rain in the 132 player, pretty good to have. And then I think in the 140 zones, yeah, the 4 players are the interesting ones. Another 4x drops of rain, 4x perk up and epic perk up. Just good things. And then 5x reperk on these ones. And then we do have a ceiling gas trap available to 164 player. A little late to be picking up a gas trap schematic. I'm assuming if you made it to the 164 players, you've already got a legendary, a legendary perked, legendary schematic ceiling gas trap. But if you've somehow skipped out on this trap, or you want to help people get it, definitely a strong trap. But again, I'm talking to the 164 players here, so you guys probably don't need that advice. But yeah, definitely a mission worth grabbing. I never mentioned it at the beginning, but the title probably said it. No V-Bucks. I'm just gonna get that out of the way right now in case you were waiting for it. Tar Pit and Ceiling Drop Trap in the 52 zone. Really good. Just traps that you want to grab, honestly, this is like a good heads up for anybody just getting started in this game. If you don't have a copy of every single trap, you should. You should. They do make changes to the traps. They have changed things in the past. Sometimes techniques are found that you might not have known about. Every single trap in this game is useful in some way. Even my least favorite ones, like the ceiling zapper or the wall darts, they do have configurations that make them useful. I know the endurance tryhards always fight me on that. They do have their place. Flame Grill does not. That's why it's not in my inventory. Flame Grill is garbage trap, and you'll never win that argument against me. I will not back down. Its damage is abysmal. So, anyway, every other trap in the game has a use case. So, yeah, the Flame Grill trap is to be used by players who don't know the element and spam it in the water zones. 4x drops away in the 52-4 player, so if that's something you need in Canny, that's fantastic, because you get a lot of extra evolution materials right there. Copper Thrasher, one of the best SMGs in the game. Purple variant, you might be able to check the 6 perk, give it some flux, worth it in my opinion. Neon Scythe and the Judge, some book fillers over here in the 58 zones, not so bad. And then I think that's pretty much it for the rest of Canny. I do have a couple of 70 missions over here, Lightning Pistol and Siegebreaker, both purple. They could be book fillers, you could flux these up. They are very strong weapons when they're gold, so worth having in my opinion. And then the portal's nothing crazy over there. So, as for Plankerton, I don't think I found anything of use. Literally nothing stood out. I mean, there are missions, there are things to grab, evolution materials, alerts, all the good stuff, but just nothing stood out. Nothing stood out. 2, Freedom's Herald, just cuz, I don't know. Copper Hammer Crush, I mean, if you're trying to where did that go? I don't even know, but it's somewhere in here. You might want to use it to fill out your book. I don't know. Plankerton didn't stand out to me. However, in Stonewood, they have power-based Nox. Just chill in here. One of the best constructors in the entire game. Let me go check him out. He is the guy who repairs your builds, and that percent is important because the percent of max build health means that if you run base Kyle, like a teammate runs base Kyle in the lead, and you run power base in the lead, that is a very strong combo because he buffs the health, which will make power base heal even faster. So in the high-end Twine missions, maxed out metal will be like 20,000 health or something. So power base is giving you over 2,000. Well, it depends, but around 2,000 every 10 seconds, which is a big deal. That will be good. That will be definitely a good combo. That'll fight off almost every zombie in the game. You will have a very strong base. So power base, even blue, is worth having because that 11% is going to be active even as a blue hero. It'll just have slightly less overall stats. You might want him to be gold if you're playing in the end game, but yeah, definitely a great hero to have in the early game. Probably overkill for the early game. But that just about wraps it up. Weapon Supercharger. That's exciting, yeah? I just got mine today. So now I'm at 3. So I'll be at 4, and then if I ever finish Ventures, I think I have a Weapon Supercharger. Yeah, that level 50. So that'll be 5, and then I can max out another weapon if I so choose. I'll check you guys out in the next one. Twitch link below. I stream on there sometimes, like right now even, and we have a good time over here. I'd appreciate it if you come hang out with us. Discord link below, channel member stuff. Goodbye. I'm just gonna stare into the camera now for the last few seconds here while I plug some videos. You guys should check them out. If you're still here, I don't know why. I'm gonna need pineapple in the comment section if you're watching this. I'm now gonna mute my stream. I'm now gonna hear it. I don't know how. There's no way for them to not hear it. Okay, goodbye. I can't find a different code word. It's over. I'm sorry.